Hello, today we are going to talk about electronic configuration. So, what is electronic configuration? So, electronic configuration is the arrangement of electrons in the shells, okay, or energy level around the nucleus of an atom. Electrons always fill the lowest energy level first, okay. So, first we will see that what happens with the first shell. First shell is called K shell and it can has maximum of 2 electrons, whereas second shell name is L and it can accommodate 8 electrons. Third shell is called M shell. For IGCSE rules, it can only contain 8 electrons. Whereas fourth shell, that is called N shell, it could have 18 electrons, and that we will talk about in A levels, not in O levels. The simple pattern for IGC, SC or GCSE is in first shell we have 2, second 8, third 8, and fourth is 18. How to write electronic configuration? There are three simple steps. If you follow those steps, then you can easily write the electronic configuration. First, find the atomic number. If we have the atomic number, we will know how many electrons are there. Okay. Why? Because atomic number is equal to number of electrons. Okay. For a neutral atom, that is the important thing. Okay. If it's cation or anion, then we have to add or subtract electron. Fill the shells from inside out. For example, if we have 10, we will start from the first shell that can only contain 2 electrons. After that, we will move to the next shell which can contain 8 electrons. Okay. For example, we will start with example hydrogen has atomic number of 1, which means it has a 1 electron. Helium 2, so it has atomic number of 2, so it has 2 electrons. So first shell is now complete by these two. Okay, what happens to the lithium? Lithium has atomic number of 3. So first two electrons will be in the first shell, whereas the last one will be in the second shell. Here I will also draw it. For example, that is lithium. Lithium will have, sorry, lithium will have 2 electrons in the first shell and 1 electron in the second shell. Then carbon has 6 electron, 2 in first and 4 in the second. So 4, that would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that is for carbon. Oxygen has 8 electron. So in first shell it has 2 electron and in the second shell it has 6 electron. Neon has a atomic number of 10. So it has 2 electrons in the first shell, 8 electrons in the second shell. Now second shell is also completed. The most number of electrons accommodated by the second shell is 8. Sodium, for sodium we have completed our first shell that has 2 electrons, then second shell that has 8 electron, and the last one, third shell, it only has 1 electron. For example, I will draw sodium here. Sodium will have 3 shells. Okay. So in first shell it has 2 electrons, in second shell it has 8 electrons, and in third shell it will only has 1 electron. And then we have aluminum. Aluminum has 2 in first, 8 in second, and 3 in the third shell. Chlorine has 2 in first. Total number of atomic number is 17. So 2 in first, 8 in second, and how many are left? 7 are left. So 7 will be in third shell. Argon is the natural gas, so third shell is completed at argon. What happens with the potassium? Potassium will have 3 complete shell and the valence shell will have only 1 electron. Same is for the calcium. So now we are going to talk about what is the valence shell. The outermost shell, the outermost shell electrons are called the valence electron. Okay, why they are important? Because they determine the chemical properties and how reactive the atom is. Okay, and it also tell us in which group the atom is. For example, sodium is in group 1. Why? Because it has one valence electron. Chlorine is in group 7. Why? Because it has 7 valence electron. Magnesium is in group 2, so it has 2 valence electron. Okay. That is also written from group 1 to group 7, the group number equal to the number of valence shell. So if there is one valence electron in the outermost shell, so it is from group 1. If it has two electron, then it is from group 2. If it has three electron, then it is in group 3, and so on. Product number rule. The number of occupied electron shell equal to the product number. For example, sodium has 2, 8, and 1. So it has three shells. So period is 3. Okay. So number rule will tell that how many shells an atom has. That will determine its period. Group 18 element have a full outermost shell, making it very stable and very unreactive. Okay, helium that is that has two electrons, so its outermost shell is complete. Neon has 2 and 8. Its second shell also had 8 electrons, so it is completed outermost shell. And argon is also had 8 electron in its group 3. That's why it is also a stable atom. Why do atom reacts? Atom reacts to achieve a full outermost shell. Everyone, for example, sodium has one electron in the outermost shell, so it wants to be wants to be stable. Okay, so what they will do? Sodium will lose electron. If chlorine wants to gain one electron, so what will happen to chlorine? Chlorine has 7 electron in the valence shell, so it tries to gain one electron to make it stable, 8 electrons. So how they do it? By losing electron, by gaining electron, and by sharing electron. Losing and gaining is ionic bonding. We will discuss in the next topics. So that is ionic bonding, whereas sharing is covalent bonding. Common exam style question. So, what does electronic configuration of sodium? We know that sodium has 11 electrons, so it will have 2 in first, 8 in second, and last one will have 1. How many valence electrons does chlorine have? Chlorine has 17 electrons, 17 atomic numbers, so it will have 2 in the first, 8 in the second, that is completed. So the valence shell will have 7 electrons. Which element has a configuration of 288? From periodic table, we can see that argon has a configuration of 288, and that is also a noble gas.